Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 24th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We have Austin as Erich, we have Ryan as Henwick, we have Bob as Kalidan, and we have Nick as Jimmy. Last time, they wandered around. What was that? L or something?
We're in Narmixel.
Narmix L. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, I knew there was an L in there. Narmix L, the Dwarven City. For like 6 hours. Now the evening of the same day you started then. You found the Arcanist Guild. You found that smiths don't hire non-dwarves in this city. You discovered some inn options.
Kind of.
Yeah. Everyone just arrived outside of Flint's, where you'd been last time, finding a note from Kalidan that says that he's gone to church. Because he was invited.
No, much like work, I did not wait for an invitation.
By the Moradin priest who was wandering around, handing food to those in need in the evening. And he's going because he wants to learn smithing and understands that is something they can do there. And then y'all leveled up to level 8.
Mm-hmm. No, which is mostly a feat level, but also occasionally a little bit of extra stuff.
Yes. But, a lot of you got at least an extra spell or something.
I gained an extra spell slot, yes.
I took Resilient Constitution.
Yes. Which finally broke your hit points above Erich's, and...
I'm healthier than you now.
Yeah.
I actually have to +2 my con to gain more HP.
So I guess we'll start with you guys arriving back to your note.
Why am I not surprised at this?
Well, he's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
Take the note, turn around,
and
meet
this...
back here in the morning.
Is this actually on his door? The guy's door?
Where else would it be?
Is Flint around?
No, he's not returned yet.
So, Erich, talking to your friend, did he have some accommodations for us?
I mean, he suggested we go to this one place, but it's expensive and I didn't want to.
So, no. Okay.
I don't think 2 girls worth any kind of thing.
I'm going to go talk to Flint.
He's not... Oh.
He knows where he is.
Yeah, I'll go to the wall.
Yeah.
Just watching. You cheap bastard!
Anyway, so do I find him?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he's sitting there, joking around, talking to the other people sitting around the door.
Oi, Flint.
Oi.
Hey, buddy. Question 1. Am I free to go in and out of the city as I please?
At certain hours. It's a bit late at this point. Though you are certainly welcome to leave tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. So what time is the gate open?
It's during normal general working hours. We can open and close. And for now, you are welcome to come back in. As long as nothing occurs, then you're free to go in and out.
Okay. 2, we need the accommodations for the night. Is there anything that you know that you could set us up with?
Oh yes, there's a few inns here. Long that I'll just lay. Steps up and walks a few buildings down. That one's an inn. The last symbol.
Well, no, what?
The last symbol.
Last symbol?
Yeah, he just sort of points to a sign outside of him. Oh, there's a number of them.
You can't read.
Just literally pointing out a dwarven rune on the sign, and he marked with that. But there's one nearby.
Favorite fragrance that you like?
I suppose hot iron.
Hot iron? Huh? Hot iron.
Not understanding the question, answering.
Alright. And it's like, thanks, Flint.
That's what a minute.
I think it's an hour.
So it's like he's fresh from the forge.
Yeah, 1 hour. And he's like, thanks, Flint.
Yeah.
Alright. I know what that smells like, so...
Yeah, no, of course you do.
Alright, so I go back to you guys. I'm like, well, looks like we'll have to find an inn.
So you just stood here when he's a cheap bastard's going to go see Flip will let us stay in his house. I want to see how this turns out.
But yet he didn't try and do that at all. That clearly was not at all his intention. Flint would have noticed.
Alright.
I don't know. His charisma 7 says maybe Flint wouldn't have.
Back to the Arcanist Guild.
No, I don't think they're going to let you stay there either. I will buy it. Well, no, I have like 14 gold. Or, 18 gold. How much gold do you have? Scrooge.
Saving it.
Save.
So while you're deciding, Kalidan, after a little bit wandering of the streets and handing out food, you find various people that just are, kind of, some people he seems to know, they may have a home, but he knows they're on hard times, and he goes and delivers food to them. Others that are just sort of, sleeping out on the street or whatever they may choose.
I have a problem. My plan has failed.
Your plan has failed.
Yes, I had a thought. And it is not feasible.
Oh, you looked up rules or something?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do it. My stats aren't good enough. I can't multi-class.
Oh.
Paladin. I cannot go Paladin.
Wisdom?
Charisma.
Yeah.
It requires both strength and charisma.
Do paladins even use charisma anymore?
Main casting stats.
Yeah.
I thought they switched over to wisdom. Like,
That wouldn't matter.
He doesn't have that either, but you're closer for that one.
And whatever the charisma's the bonus that they get on their saving throws when they get their aura at the higher levels.
yeah, I knew that one, but I thought they were mad.
Straight charisma.
Yep. So my character is now mentally deficient forever. God can't fix him.
I would like to point out, you don't need to take the class in order to take the religion.
No, you do.
You don't.
Because if religion doesn't give you anything, there's no point in it.
I would like to point out, it has given him quite a bit.
Yeah. Not the least of which, a direct line to God. You just have to sign up, and you just get that phone number.
Yeah, and sign up, and he just keeps calling.
Yeah, that's how you get to God. You just bug him.
Don't people usually pray and stuff like that, and God ignores it?
What are you talking about? You have to hide your God's secrets. Any trace of anything that people know about him, you get rid of it.
Literally feeding it to the undead if necessary.
Yes.
I can read that book now.
It's so pressed. Yeah, you're good.
And I think he's fine now that he's removed that part.
Yeah, I'm good.
Here, let them find the rest of it.
So is Vector's ultimate goal not to have worshippers?
No,
Not at all.
No, not at all.
So
someone would have to share the secrets and bring them in on the Vectorness.
Or they might discover it on their own.
So I don't suppose I can just be excused from that 13 charisma requirement.
We'll think about it.
Good.
I would probably limit how far you could get, but I'd probably at least be willing to get what you get, at least up to like level 3.
That's fine. The game will be over by then.
Also, just him having low charisma
will make you worse at the class.
Yeah, and
You're fine with
you're kneecapping me harder because of that.
Good.
I cannot find a Polyjuice analog in 5th edition. Until we go all the way to like 8th level, to high level shape change. there's not an option for just taking, like, a Goliath and shifting him into a dwarf. You can't do it with polymorph. That's only to animals. And disguise self can sort of work, but the differences have to be pretty close, so you can't really change his race. He can only change it to a different-looking Goliath. And I'm like, how does this...
He could probably get
There's
passed
like-
for a furbolg.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, there's no options. None.
Until you get true polymorph.
Yeah, until you get to shape change, which lets you just go nuts with it. Polymorph, you only beast. Shape change, whatever you want. Just whatever you want. I was just noticing, I'm like, is there really nothing? Because I'm like, if he wants to get trained by the Smith, we can just turn him into a dwarf. But apparently, no, we can't. That's not allowed. It straight up is not allowed.
You couldn't turn him into a dwarf, but you can use illusions.
You could use an illusion, but you
But
can't
he's
because
like
most
so
illusions-
I'm not doing any of these
most
things.
illusions
I
are
don't know why.
stationary, so you can't put it around him.
Seeming.
I
There you go,
don't know
seeming.
why you guys are discussing it. We're not doing that at all.
I would do it.
Yes, you're a dishonest person.
I'm not a dishonest person. I've never told a lie.
Clearly not.
So you're mentally handicapped is what you're saying, and you truly believe you've never told a lie.
No, his character's
Still
just crazier
fifth
than mine
level.
is.
And also, isn't it just disguise self on a
Or he was a very experienced level
It's a
1.
it's a full illusion cover, though.
Remember, Jimmy, you're the rock of the group.
But yeah, you can't use polymorph to shift into other things. Only beasts. Not magical beasts.
It's
not
kind of
anything
strange
else.
that the homeless
I don't think
urchin
there are
is the
many
most
beasts.
normal.
Whatever, just beasts. Whatever. What else we got?
No. The world brought me up hard, but at least I know right from wrong and what lies are. I tell them occasionally, but still.
Shifting into a dwarf? Don't be ridiculous. You know, Tyrannosaurus Rex? Sure, why not?
So, you are taken to the large Temple of Moradin. You enter into ceremony hall, like, seating, leading up to a extravagant anvil at the back end, behind which is a forge alight and a few other anvils beside it, all just sort of left untouched at this hour. And there's a couple hallways off of either left or right side of this room. So, this is the temple, of course, a little more active in the day. But, welcome to a room if you need one.
In the morning, where there'll be someone to teach me, I wonder.
Of course, we always, have rooms for teaching smithing, engineering, the proud history of the dwarves, or even the tactics of warfare.
Good. As I hit my rock. Good.
Are you in need of a room?
That would help out.
Sure, we have they're shared, of course, but community bedrooms here through these halls, and he'll kind of lead you.
That's fine. Nothing bad has ever happened to me when I was sleeping. Except for that one time.
And I slept through that.
Yeah, he'll show you to a room with a bunch of simple beds, few people sleeping in there. You see a large number of children in the room. And he'll sure find you a bed that's. You'll be here for the night. I may see you in the morning.
Start taking off armor.
He will assist you in order to avoid excess noise. Otherwise, the rest of you trying
go
to find
down.
somewhere.
Just, it's like, if you're going to the Arcanus Field, we're going down to that end.
Yeah, I'd point them to the inn that Flint suggested.
Okay.
Yeah, so they know which one to go to.
Go to the inn.
Are you leaving to go to the Arcanist Guild?
Yes.
Much walking is to be had.
Hey, it's
It is not designed for you to go back and forth between.
The front gates in the Arcanus Guild? Yeah.
No.
You want some sleep for free, you gotta put in the legwork.
You could just sleep on the street like the crazy man you are.
Yes.
Wouldn't be the first time it's stuff.
And it's not like I'm probably gonna have to. It's probably not gonna be free anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
What, the streets?
No, if I go to the Arcanist Guild.
I found a free place to sleep. I mean, I'm kind of stealing a bed from hungry orphans, but still, free.
That's what
Let's
they
be
get.
fair. They're dwarven children. You're stealing like 3 beds for hungry orphans.
No, they're medium-sized creatures.
Why would you want to sleep amongst all those rats?
Are you suddenly racist and we never found out about it?
No. If they're
Oh,
gonna,
they're all urchins and all of them have rats.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, does urchin come with a pet rat?
Yes.
The background does.
Why?
Because it's a flavorful thing. Point being,
What,
not
you
all
get-
urchins have those. They just get them before they can take class levels.
Alright.
Most
You're
of them
almost
have
ready to go out into the world to train. Here's your rat.
It's sort of like the monk thing. When you can grab the grasshopper, you get...
When we give the clink a rat.
No, when they catch a rat, or when a rat befriends them and chooses to stay with them.
So if we ever see Clink wander around with a rat following it, we know that she is ready to take our classes.
No, not a class, a background.
Yeah.
Of urchin.
Background.
And you should just cast Speak with Animals and get a rat to befriend her just to see what happens.
Anyways, 5 silver for a night at the inn.
In the end,
5 whole silver.
that's what it was last time.
They have a common room?
This inn does not know.
No.
But if you ask, they can tell you that there's one, maybe 10 or so buildings down.
I would just like to point out
feel
that
like
you're a very fancily dressed man to be balking this hard at 5
I feel like
silver.
for 5 silver, I could just drink myself stupid in a common room somewhere.
That only gets you a couple
Oh,
months
that's
of
true.
ale.
I do have crazy amounts of money. I thought I spent it all.
No, you spent a lot on your fancy hat.
But I was expecting more money.
No, he could basically get 2 gallons of ale, of cheap ale, and an inn and a common,
Just pass out. Just, what are you doing? Slumming it?
2 gallons.
Well, there you go.
Oh, shoot.
I spend the 5 silver because Jimmy loves beds.
Thinking I don't want to go spend the 2 gold to see what that's like. I do have money. And I keep forgetting I have money.
You're just like, wait, I saw that. It's burning.
I just forgot I had money. I thought I spent it all. I will rectify that tomorrow. I promise. After a 2 gold stay at a very nice inn.
Be back at Flint. And the party.
I like how you came
Flint.
in and said, this is too expensive. We can't stay there. We only have, oh man!
Never mind!
Never mind!
Fuck this stuff, I'm out.
I can afford it.
But yes, as he was given basically, a simple skeleton key to, with a number etched on it and allowed to wander his way up. You are shown to your room. It's very cozy. Sheets turned over. A few heated basins in the side of the room. If you wish to wash yourself.
Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
paying for it.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to use all these accoutrements.
Yeah. You can real clean up, which is something that I don't think any of you have really spent time to do in the last couple months.
To be fair,
You get a very different feeling in actually bathing yourself than Magical Queen.
I
Magical
think my
Queen
teeth is
is
just so squeaky. It's like, oh, toothbrush.
yeah, it does not give quite the same queen feel. It gives the same cleanliness level.
Yes.
You don't feel as queen when you're just magicked queen.
Plaque.
Yeah.
It's like, you are still queen. I'm not getting any of these diseases or things that can come from being dirty, but you still just don't feel as...
That's just you trying to get us to spend money on stupid crap. I've seen this Red Dead Redemption game. They do the same thing. Yeah, charge me 50 cents to take a bath in a video game for no bonus. I can go jump in the river. And often do.
You were going to jump in the river anyways. As long as it wasn't frozen over, it's fine.
Yeah, that's the go blow the stink off your butt.
then they're like, hey, we can send this doxy in to clean you for you. No 25 cents.
What do I look like? Somebody made of money?
As I walk around with thousands of dollars during the Old West.
You've got a long walk back. I think you just made the walk from here.
Yep, now I'm going back.
As you're walking...
It's at least faster because there's not people in the way.
Yeah, it's definitely faster without people. Basically unobscured at this point. A few people kind of... You know that you're noticed and that your trek through the city right now is being observed. Guards and people... You much more easily notice now that there are regular guards along the city now that most of the people that are out are clearly guarding the city. It's like you'd notice the one up at the... obviously the ones at the entrance, and you'd notice the one at the pops, but you see that they're regularly stationed here.
Right.
And you are definitely aware that you are noticed making your trip.
Alright, I make myself sparkle and shimmer so they can see me.
Like a really bad vampire.
The city isn't actually specifically darker at night. It's... there are...
Oh, there's still lumen globes, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you make your way back, and as you are making your way, you are aware that last time you'd asked for much there, they did kind of just ask if you wanted to join. You're aware that the guild has a membership system.
Yep. Knock on the door.
I should join. I'm an arcanist.
So am I.
Yep.
We should all join.
Technically, you all could.
We should all join. We're all arcanists.
Yeah, we're all arcanists.
Only he can offer spells for trade.
There are other things you can do.
Burn down the building.
I don't know, make lightning and thunder in their playhouse? Just constantly. This is what I do with magic.
No, you charge batteries.
They're doing a thing.
You don't know that. Alchemical capacitors.
But yeah, after some time, sort of a younger dwarven woman answers the door.
I mean, it's like, oh, hi. I was here earlier. I ended up talking to whatever I described the dwarf. Yes. I was wondering what are the what is the membership requirements and responsibilities?
There are deeds to the guild if needed, and dues, either through spell research and time spent, or through monetary donations to the guild.
Mm-hmm.
Specifics would need to be dealt with one of the guild masters. It's a bit late.
Yeah. Who is the archmage here?
I say it, I better write it down.
Because Ryan's going to...
That's the reason you don't have to write it down.
Well, we found the person who killed Stan Lee.
I just assumed he died.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, we found somebody making the comment on the profile who is surprisingly still alive. Stan Lee. He's 95.
Oh.
19 hours before he dies. Less than a day. It's like, oh, you did it. You did it.
You jinxed it!
Again, you've dated our content.
Yeah.
I have not. We just cut it out.
Nothing gets cut out.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to destroy the dating, and then Nick rolled in, as usual, trying to guess what was going on, and as usual, bungled it.
Have a nice Cinco de Mayo.
I mean, Christmas might be a little optimistic. Happy Valentine's Day?
Hey, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Now you've just confused the content.
Merry Easter.
Don't play with your phone.
Who knows what time it is? Well, give me more screen time then.
You're on the screen. You could be like Bob and make googly eyes at the camera.
I don't do that, do I?
No, you get
You
outside
used
of
to.
the camera.
Yeah, now you get outside of the camera. The old setup, when you looked at the TV, you used because you'd watch yourself.
I usually wasn't watching myself, I was watching you.
Okay. Let's see. Bayern,
Because it was easier than craning my neck this way, was to just do that.
Traubon. And Cathra.
Are we allowed to make fun of this name?
Baron Traubon Cathra?
Yes. Bane, Traubon, and Cathra.
Ooh, only 3 names. He must not be a very
And
good
Cathra?
archmage.
Yes.
And, as in,
Yes.
also?
Yes, they are the Archmages.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay.
We thought it was one dude.
I know he
names.
did.
And each of them.
And if he didn't ask to clarify, she wasn't going to
Each
clarify.
of them only has one name. That's even worse. They might as well not be wizards at that point.
What about Merlin?
Yeah, no, I have
Merlin, the wizard Merlin. That's a pretty huge title right there.
Wasn't it Merlin the Druid?
That's the wizard.
So,
The mage, the wizard, the magus.
He predicted himself.
I'm not a whatever. I'm a traveler.
What?
Would that have any sort of impact on me being able to be a member of the guild as far as?
As long as you come by regular, we have a number of people that travel or live in some of the other cities. We have presences elsewhere, of course.
Sure. Okay. So that wouldn't be that big of a deal. We just have to whatever come in and do our stuff when we're around.
Certainly.
Yeah.
If you have ideas for where you're traveling to, it can at times can even find use of it.
Okay. Yeah. Say, you mind if I come in?
It's a bit late.
I need a place to stay.
Well, I could recommend, of course, there's some places if you go to a church if you don't have the coin.
Can I do my guild membership now?
It's a bit late. The mages are asleep.
Why didn't she just say no?
Because she's trained as a lady to be polite.
It's a bit late. Well, okay.
When does
real
the
fast?
guild open?
We'll open in the morning.
How many hours is that from now? 8?
Let's go with 10 hours.
Okay.
To be safe. It opens when they wake up. But
Mm.
Good thing Nick's not a guild master. When's it open?
20
Sporadically
hours.
for 2 hours.
So, what are the laws on loitering?
Just asking this lady. So if I slept here in your door frame,
I'm not specifically sure. Perhaps you could speak with a guard regarding that.
Yeah. Do I have to prove myself that I'm able to do magic to get into the guild?
Perhaps. But no need for me. I believe you.
don't do whatever she's thinking, a wizard.
Ryan, you understand that being a nuisance will not help you, right? In the long run?
Okay.
Hey man, you get arrested.
So-
That's a free place to stay.
I thought he was the one staying in an unusual place, but you're right.
3 hots and a cot.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Alright, so where's the nearest church?
She kind of directs you vaguely down the street.
Alright.
About halfway down where you'd walked from before.
She doesn't want to get involved with those dirty diviners. Arcane master race.
Oh, right. Diviners? And like, what? Portent?
No, I knew you did that as an excellent school choice for a wizard.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, really, you could consider the diviner the religious take on the arcane caster.
No, that's the,
Absolutely.
whatever, the divine's, whatever, favored soul?
Well, no,
That's
well,
what it
that's not a wizard.
Oh, wizard?
Diviner tapping into divine knowledge. Clearly, that's what that is.
It's probably the blade singer, I guess.
It's literally every class is now arcane.
Yeah.
We still have 4 divine classes.
No, they don't make a distinction between them anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Spell
And it really depends on what edition you were going for. In 4th, classes like Druid
That's
were
not the right
primal,
thing.
not divine.
Yeah, no, I believe you. And I know you're right.
It is a thing.
You get more crossover in the spell list.
Just
when it
because you
comes to,
made up a fancy cover for a
whatever
thing that doesn't
divine
exist.
versus arcane magic.
It's like these classes tend to share a list.
You get whatever nature cleric and the ancient paladin. They'll get stuff off the druid list and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Moneybags, into church?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you find your way in. It is really about halfway back along the city, and it's an easy enough. It is a very large building, quite easy to notice. The door is closed. You know, can takes a moment for elderly. What you've seen dwarves, but probably the oldest dwarven woman you've probably ever seen. Hello, little one.
I missed everything you
Greetings.
just said because you
Greetings,
went into
Elder.
the accent before you could finish the description.
Old dwarf lady. Hello, little one.
Greetings, Elder. I was looking for a place to stay tonight.
Oh, come.
She's probably going to turn you to gingerbread. That's a creepy voice.
It's a trap.
Is there a spot that I could take?
Of course, I'll show you. She's slow, but leads you. You again see the forges burning in the back of this, central, ceremony hall. She'll sort of lead you off to a side.
I point his wings like, I'm a smith.
Wonderful. It's good, honest work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Totally not also a necromancer.
in
Less honest work.
Well, the better part is the reason he's a smith is so he could be a necromancer.
The cheapest necromancer.
My family's been smiths.
Yeah, he worked it into his background. It's perfectly legitimate.
Moradin?
Yep.
You don't sound annoyed by that at all, Adam.
Yes. Our souls were forged by the greatest smith, yeah. And she'll just sort of feed you. What brings you to
I'd like
our
to forge
city?
souls one day.
Wait, what?
Follow in the ways of Moradin, and you may one day find yourself doing so.
Fascinating.
That's
Yeah, I'd say if Moradin has some sort of ability to forge souls, that might be worth looking into.
He does, but they're only dwarf souls, so...
That doesn't matter. If they're dwarf souls, they're whatever. They have, higher constitution? I'm good with that.
I'm going with healthy undead.
Yeah, she'll take you to a long sort of stately room with a lot of beds and cots, and she'll sort of lead you down to one. You may stay here.
Do you mind if I take up some space? Is there, free space?
There's not. You have probably about a 5-foot space around before the next cot.
No. I asked,
No casting dome in here.
I asked her, is there any, unused floor space that I could have?
Well, I suppose if you would rather go under the cot, you could. But
Some people like to be in touch with the earth.
And it's there's not a...
No, it's
Unused
a building to house homeless people. They're using the most efficient amount of space.
yeah.
No storage closet or anything?
What do you need
Very
space
high.
for? Stop beating around the bush.
Want to cast magical protections in my dome.
Yeah, I was going to sleep in the dome.
There's not room here for the dome. You would be putting other children into your dome.
Hey man, if they're there while I'm casting it, they can go in and out as they please.
Yeah. You may bring up some concerns, though.
Yeah.
No. Just wait for her to leave. Make the dome transparent.
Yeah.
When you choose a color.
Well, it's opaque.
It's opaque.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's opaque from the outside. I get to choose the color. And it's I need a space to sleep, but I tried to find a spot that has the least amount of other people that it's going to affect.
Are you doing so by leaving the cot that she has left you at, or?
Would that give me more room?
Potentially.
Then, yeah, I can...
You just sort of start walking this hall.
Yeah.
Do you wait for her to leave first?
No.
If you just get up and...
I mean, it's like, do you mind? Is this alright if I do? If I protect myself?
There's nothing to fear here. You are safe.
Well,
You are safe.
Extra safe.
Well, this isn't going to hurt anything.
All these
You
kids
are
gonna
safe.
stab you in your sleep.
Hmm.
You know what? I could just go to an inn. I bet their rooms are big enough to fit a dome.
He could fit like 3.
Yeah.
You could have stayed with a friend and just crashed on one of their floors.
Yeah, that's true.
You chose not to.
I tried to get into the Arcanist Guild.
Yeah.
You've been walking around for like an hour after we've all gone to bed.
See, when the curse goes shut you down, you should try to get into the lady's bed. I mean, that's second best.
Huh? What lady's bed?
This ancient dwarf.
No, the young dwarf lady who answered the door at the Arcanist Guild.
Oh,
She has a bed. Presumably, it's got space.
No, she wasn't buying it. She was telling me to leave.
I do appreciate that you at least
You weren't
noticed.
smooth enough.
well, he has 7 charisma.
He was as smooth as he can be. This is also him being as smooth as he can be.
Come on, I just want to cast ritual magic in your orphanage. It's gonna be fine, I swear. I'm not sacrificing children's souls to the devil.
That's a waste
They're
of
not
good souls.
dead. I can't raise them.
You could easily stab them, then raise them.
That'd be really weird if and one of them ended up being dead, and I just cast it, and then just like suddenly he's a zombie. And it's like,
Everyone's gonna blame you for killing a kid.
nah, he was dead. It wouldn't have worked if he wasn't.
Temperature.
It's hot.
But yes, so. Is there anything that I can help out with?
Sure, we can find something to help out with in the morning.
I needed to get spider climb or something. Question: Is this a one floor room?
What do you mean?
Is it just a single floor, or is there a second floor?
There isn't. It is a tall room, but there is nothing obviously above it.
What's the ceiling look like?
It's intricate stonework, decorative.
That's true. I can sleep on a ceiling.
Decorative stonework on the ceiling. What's the shape of it? Is it like this?
It kind of curves off towards the side, on the inner side of the.
No,
temple.
so like that.
Yeah, it's kind of one side curves in.
Also, why would they have pitch? They have no rain down here.
Right. Any ledges or rafters?
Nothing you could reliably stay on.
Mm-hmm.
If you were conscious, there would be things that technically, if you got up there, you could hold on to.
Stuff that I can hold on to, eh? Yeah. So there's like what? What would I be able to hold on to?
Just in some of the decorative things, there are undercuts, but I mean, they're only going to be, half a foot at most.
How
long have we been on this?
I went to bed already.
Yeah.
I know!
I'll
Good job! Good job!
I'll go to sleep.
Ryan does this all the time. This is why I never get anything
I have
done.
to get robbed by children.
No! He's safe!
Robbed
There
by
literally
children.
are spells on the place. You can cast detect magic. He's safe where he's at. They would need to make checks to even do anything harmful.
I tried to think of a way to sleep and cast my bubble, but not thinking anything at the moment I go to bed.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's solid to you on the inside, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would just allow you to pass in the middle.
Yeah, I could pass through it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking web, then climb up the web, then cast it up there while you're stuck in the
Oh,
web,
what-
and just have the dome.
Yeah, no, web doesn't last long enough, and I'd fall through whenever web ended.
Yeah. That's going on. That's going on. You find yourself in, as the Raven, sort of flying through a maze. At every end, dwarven dead ends. Keep getting lost, dwarves turning you away.
Oh, that's what a dwarf dead end is. A dwarf's literally telling you go somewhere else.
It's the mental capacity of what he just went through for like all of last session trying to help.
Ryan's crazy
Yeah.
about it.
Henwick find metal or learn the secrets of creating metal. And you would probably be the first to wake.
I go down and see if breakfast came with my room. If not, I get some breakfast.
Nah. Breakfast came with my room.
I'm going to spend 3 copper.
Yeah, you just eat down. It's not really a full kind of tavern room, but they have some spots and they have some things ready. Then Kalidan, you'd probably be the next to wake up, just with a little bit of the rustling and noise.
Okay.
Sounds of children waking up and such. And as you open your eyes, you do find that there is a noticeable, like almost like radiating from the walls. There's sort of a lightness to the room that it did not have the night before.
Okay. I get dressed.
I'm guessing by dressed you mean armored?
I don't have other clothes.
You do have other clothes, but yeah. You would not be comfortable to wear the armor if you did not have other clothes.
No, I'm naked and in armor.
One giant callus.
Nipples are basically worn away.
He's a man. He doesn't need them.
I'm just singing Deadpool.
Yeah, you have well enough that as you sort of leave this sort of hall, you do notice that Henwick is sleeping in one of the beds.
Good for him. I did tell him this is where I would be, so
Yeah,
I just assume everyone else is around here somewhere.
Of course
Go
you-
find a Smith teacher.
So wander out into the main chapel, and you do, and while no one is specifically working quite this early, you notice that no one is actually, on the anvil quite this early. You do notice that just from some of the work you've done, that there are a number of people that are gathering things around the forge and the anvils, sort of getting tools out and prepped, just sort of morning work, other than your typical stoking of the bellows and such, which seems to have been kept up through the evening. So, fire is already hot, but they're gathering tools and such. And, some of them as they're, sort of doing some morning chatting, half of it in Dwarven here. But you're able to understand at least some, and, a few people sort of setting out food and, grabbing bowls or plates to eat.
Does my room come with food?
Yes. You actually, when you open your door, you find, basically a pin, pinned on the side wall, sort of, instructions. In Dwarven, though someone seems to have given the kindness to a rough common translation has sort of been written on them that basically states the...
I would have also accepted Elven or Undercommon.
Yeah.
Primordial too, but I wouldn't expect
They knew you knew Common from last night, and it looks like it was originally Dwarven, and they've sort of pinned on a note with it of flip when ready, make meal choices. And there's a few spots.
Neat. I get myself a hearty breakfast.
Yeah, you sort of, I guess, on a little hinge that'll flip out to, go out into the hall to make it noticeable.
This is a Dwarven, and make sure to check that box for these, whiskey, whatever they serve.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's that, Irish coffee? Irish coffee? Yeah.
Irish coffee is quite good.
Yeah. But, it takes them 15 or 20 minutes, and a nice hot meal is delivered to your room. Well, yes. But
I can work here with the modern accoutrements, and 20 minutes is a short wait.
For room service, yes.
yeah.
Like, restaurant, that's pretty short.
Not for the actual cooking of the food.
But for whatever later
There are
on
also,
serving,
in this
bring
check,
it to me.
it is checkbox.
Usually
There are limited choices.
Yeah.
Theoretically, they have
Usually-
most of the things already ready.
Usually the issue is a lot more to do with people taking forever to make up their minds. Which is great when they blame us for how long they've been waiting for their food when it took them 20 minutes to decide what the hell they were going to eat. It's my favorite.
You may work in a restaurant, but
Not
it didn't
Dwarven
take.
one.
It didn't take people a long time to make up their mind when they walk in to take it, just because the server took a long time to get to them to ask.
That's why I specifically stated when this happens.
Oh, I don't know what that'd be like. Who goes into a restaurant without first figuring out what they want to eat?
Almost everybody.
Really?
I sometimes have to make a decision whether I want the chicken or the hamburger.
But I mean, when they come to the order and ask, can you not make the decision within that moment? Yeah, of course. It's
No, people are dumb. They can't.
I had myself for breakfast.
Adam, I feed thousands of people every week. Occasionally, some of them are freaking dumb.
well, yes, some of them. I mean, I just hope it's the minority. I hope. Please, don't tell me if it's not. I want to be hopeful with this world. People are generally smart and kind.
I'm not in the church-going business. People are dumb. You want hope on Jesus or Obama,
Next.
who's still president.
Now what year is it?
No, it's that third term you somehow are angled.
Wait, what? What?
You don't put torch.
I will tell you. I know some people that were very concerned that he was going to find a way to do it.
He just needs congressional support. He could have.
I thought they actually made it a rule that you weren't allowed to after What's-His-Face did it.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it couldn't change.
Two? What was that one?
Anyways,
Two.
Henwick, you awake as well. Untouched.
Check my stuff.
It's all there.
Alright.
If anything, you might notice that there is sort of a hot plate that has been set on the bedside table beside you. With some breakfast.
Mm.
I was thinking hot plate, like the plate that gets hot so you can cook on it.
No.
That's right. Have some
I
hot
look
air.
around,
That's what
do
orphans
it.
get. Hot air.
Do I see
live
the
next
elderly
to a
dwarf lady?
bellows.
Not in this room, no.
I eat my breakfast
That's
and
why
go
it's
look
free.
for her.
Okay.
Ask around if I see somebody.
Yeah. You didn't check for her name, so,
The really, really old dwarf lady.
Yeah, it's the elder dwarf lady.
let's be nice and call it an investigation check.
It's okay.
I think you can do that, right?
Yep. So,
He just follows the
23.
He just follows the trail of like tweaked ears
yeah.
and swatted hands.
Okay.
A slight smell
Yeah.
of fresh pie on the wind.
Mother Gunloda, she's still resting. She was up quite late last night.
Oh, apparently some of the dwarves are Roman.
Go what?
Gunloda?
Gunloader?
Gunloader it is.
Yeah.
Gunloda. Gunloda Torun.
Yeah, Mother Gunloader.
No, that's like an orky gun loader. Gun loader.
Yeah, Gunloader.
He's a gun loader.
You mucking about?
Now me loading the gun.
Yeah. Well,
Once again, everything's better. Or
I asked the person what her position is.
Well, Rauda,
she's standing.
She's been, well, you know,
Since the gout.
she's of course been one of the saints here for more than 400 years.
What now?
She's in the marching band, I understand.
What?
They come marching in. Nick made a joke. It wasn't very good.
Was the
But God bless his heart.
saying
he
so much.
tried.
Okay, no.
and it's like, well, you guys put me up for the night and fed me breakfast. Is there something that I could help out with?
If you have the means and you are able to, of course. If you ever
What-
just need help.
What you need doing?
Yeah, I mean, she largely leads the church, and she's just dedicated her life to charity.
No, what have you need doing?
She's dedicated it so much she now lives on charity.
What do you need doing?
Well, there's always tasks for cooking or such, teaching, if you have skills to pass on.
Sure. Give me my pupils.
What do you know?
Magic,
Of course.
smithing techniques, if they want to learn that.
I'm not letting him teach me smithing.
Why not?
Because I'm not happy with it. I didn't want to learn from him in the first place.
No much.
I'll go find someone
Yeah,
else.
actually, she's like, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. We have a few of the, almost like some of the people that do a lot more of the teaching, they could probably do to expand linguistic abilities. So, yeah, if you just want to give sort of a primer and help them with that. And you'll actually be sat, given sort of a side room with a few of the older dwarves, which, for however long you're willing to sort of sit with them, you start to note a personality of them, and some of them kind of rowdier. You notice within this group, they don't feel excessively churchy.
Okay.
It feels like whether they're like war generals or, blue collar kind of worker kind of individual. That's just sort of the feeling that you get from the group. That
All right. Yeah.
So the blue collars can't be churchy? I understand how you feel about religion.
They're just not acting all reverent and.
I would like to point something out. I don't find churchy as a positive trait.
Don't be so negative on yourself, Adam. I'm sure it's fine.
I could love Jesus and not be churchy. There would be a lot of things that you guys do that would really bug someone that was churchy.
They just forgive it.
No, not a lot of churchy people.
No, they don't take that part of the book, usually the churchy people.
Yeah, so you're able to spend some time with that.
Yep.
And as a little bit further into the morning comes, then basically some forging starts. You'll end up probably eventually having to find someone new. But yeah, you'll be set sort of with the, just sort of go and talk to them as they're working, and once they figure out what you know, they'll carry on from there.
Seeing how I've had my basics of forging.
Yeah.
Would you like to work the bellows? I can work two at once.
You notice they have a much more intricate bellows system than what you've seen. And if
For
you
the
do,
weaklings.
if you do inquire about it, they point out that is not a standard bellows system. We have something in a back room we can show. That is to keep the fires burning eternally. It's because here we must never let the fire die.
Oh, I didn't question it. I just assumed it was for the weaklings. And then went on with my day.
Yeah. Otherwise, you finish.
Breakfast. Nod to the people. Go out, head to a...
Do you head to your meeting point that was set that no one else has gone to yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Flint's place.
Yeah.
See if anyone
There is a new note.
Read it.
It's-
Is it in Dwarvish?
No, I'm assuming you all wrote in common, so
Yeah.
it's written in common, and it states, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be meeting, but I've gone to the front gates if you need me.
Because Flint doesn't know.
Of course he did, it's on his door!
What a weirdo.
Yeah, as
So,
well as
just fold the thing back up. Cool.
What else is he going to think?
No, that's why you put the note, no, not for you, the other people. And then post it back on his door.
No, not for you, the people who meet outside your home.
That's what you get for...
The Flint Street Vagabonds.
New company name.
Yes, Flint Strong Arms.
Yes. You finish your breakfast. You do anything else while you have access to the room?
No.
Okay.
We were basically burning time because certain people wanted to spend a lot of time here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could fast forward through it if we didn't have Ryan in the group.
There are things that are happening. I would not allow that.
I
have
also
stuff
plot.
that's going on. Yeah,
I
plot.
guess I would have had Clink with me.
Probably.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think about that until just now. I'm like, yeah, that'd be fine. Clink's just with me.
Clink, much like familiar, can be spaced and forgotten about for long periods of time.
Just like a familiar. Can I turn Clink into a familiar if I take a feat?
We'd have to think about it, but at that point, she absolutely could not gain a class level.
But she would go adventuring.
Yeah, she would go adventuring and she could
Now,
deliver my
please,
touch spells.
Run over to that guy and touch him.
No! I'm compelled!
Just summoned on top of people.
Allow me to telepathically see through your eyes, Clink.
I'm not seeing the problem here. It's all good to me.
You didn't want to be a slave. We gave you all this opportunity not to be. Now you're going to go super slave.
Into the pocket.
Where was I? Where was I? If only she could speak of her own volition.
Don't worry, he can cast a Find Familiar again and turn her into a different form.
Now you're an actual bird. Like you always wanted.
And you can fly now.
Yeah, think of the bonuses.
Can't talk though.
You get a raven, they can talk.
Yeah.
Or they could talk. I don't know if the edition still lets them. Of course.
They could
I don't
talk
know.
to the extent that...
The Clink can.
Yeah.
5th edition makes some weird choices, man. Let's see. Do I go shopping for magic items or a fancy beer mug? I suppose first I'm supposed to go see Flint. Or Flint's house, anyway.
Okay.
So I go there.
So you arrive back to 2 new notes.
I'm sitting there.
Oh, I thought you wrote cool instead. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're still there. Okay.
Yeah, I just write cool on it, sit down, play the harmonica, see if any of the people I...
No, they just think that one moved out. This is your house now.
Neat. That's what they let it do.
Yeah. Let's see if any of the people I accosted yesterday with our, mercenary band shows up.
Of course. You're waiting there, and you arrive back to harmonica music.
Neat.
Okay, so you're in the same location. If you want to talk to each other, you can.
So,
You have a good night?
yeah, where's everybody else?
Not here yet. I'm waiting to see if people come check out the mercenary thing, and this is supposed to be where they meet up. I'll stay here.
According
if
to
you
a
want-
note that only you know about.
Sure, they both knew about it too. They were there. And we don't include you anymore. You don't follow the notes or meeting times anyways.
I left a note. I said I went to church.
Okay.
Ryan came and found me. Kinda.
Yeah. I was still asleep when he came
So,
by.
if you need to, I'll be waiting here. If you
I'm
need
kind of
to go.
surprised Ryan didn't see a gigantic stack of armor sitting at the end of a bed that looked clearly like mine.
I don't know. He was far enough up in the room, and
Well,
he
I'm
was
gonna go
probably 80 feet away from you.
He has 90-foot dark vision.
He's 120-foot dark vision. That doesn't mean he's looking for details that far across the room.
That's why he has a
That is
passive
possible.
perception that's ridiculous. Right? Don't you have a ridiculous passive?
If he would have actually just wandered up and down the room, he would have seen you. but he
I
restrained himself with the glares of "What are you doing?"
I might have gotten clues that you were in here when I woke up and started looking for the dwarven elder lady.
Yeah.
So I might have them just like, there has been a Goliath that has gone through here.
Look at these distinct footprints.
You can tell it's a Goliath because those are size 15s.
Well, I informed Jimmy that I have a lot of money and I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to go get rid of it.
Has the fun.
Okay.
I'll be here trying to make us more money.
Clint can help you panhandle.
Didn't mean it like that, but sure. Clint can stay here and have all the change people throw at me.
I mean, it's all hers. It's her name. All over the place.
They're shouting out her name.
Yeah, so I'll even put, like, one of our soup things down. It's like, here's a metal tin. So, metal on metal.
That is the disadvantage of
that's not her name. If you wanted to reproduce
You
a
can't
thing
really
that make a
sing
name,
while
you'd have to
playing
put
the
coins on
harmonica.
like a string
Yeah.
so you could pick them up and drop them.
No, but we have done this before. I've taught her small parts and then play it back and use her as, a secondary harmonica.
Use it as a set pedal.
So go ahead and
dueling harmonicas.
roll your performance check then. Probably with advantage since she's helping.
I don't actually have that trained.
I have plus 11 to performance.
I know how to play. I have the instrument trained. I didn't train perform. But I have half bonus on charisma base. That's 5 plus 1.
If she's helping you,
So,
get advantage.
16. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 16.
Very good, very good.
Nice.
Perfectly adequate.
Yep.
10's perfectly adequate. 16's above average. Isn't that how we run? There's just a little list of DCs in there?
15 is moderate.
Yeah, okay.
10 is easy.
Either way, I'm not breaking people's ears.
I'm like when you're doing it.
So what are you
where it's echoing out.
shopping for?
I'm shopping for a tankard. Preferably a lightly magicked one.
Do you, how do you go about trying to...
I find blacksmiths. And ask them that I'm looking for a fancy tankard. Preferably a lightly magic one.
Okay.
As I need, something befitting my status.
Look at my fancy
Yeah,
clothes.
you find a few that a lot of them are very much willing to say, I have the craftsmanship to make something. I'm not an enchanter, but of course you could take something to be enchanted. As far as general magics, there's a few stores here or there. If you have anything specific, if you say you have such status,
Not just shopping around. I go to the stores here and there that have magic. Looking for a magic tankard.
Gotta be luck then.
I was right. They just look black. Bam! That's a 9. Yes, my luck hasn't increased, so still plus 3. 9.
You find a couple of little magic stores, this or that.
My budget is 100 gold.
Yeah,
For a magical tankard.
I said lightly magic.
yeah, you find,
I want things that are technically magic.
find a rough gentleman. Well, I have nothing really too fancy or anything. I did have a tankard. It's not exquisite, but it came through from someone passing by. Though you're elven, so perhaps it's up your alley. It's not been greatly found fond of around here. I believe the idea is that it prevents you from getting drunk.
Well, I mean,
I suppose if you can't handle your ales, I'm sure most of your kin can't, could be useful.
I'm thinking how much offense I should take and whether or not I can parlay that into a competition and whether or not I can get him to pay for it.
There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out. I do. I take immense offense to that. I can drink with the best of them. I could probably drink him under the table.
Yes, of course. I'm sure you can. Doesn't look like he buys it.
I could persuade him.
It would be deceit. Your 14 in con doesn't say you beat the dwarf who has advantage against poison saves.
No, intimidation.
Intimidation. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, call him a lily-livered milk sucker.
I don't think that's intimidation. Especially from someone like me who's pretty wayfish.
I don't know. What kind of charisma check would insulting people be?
Monologue.
A negative one?
No, you have it. It's a spell.
Oh, yeah. Vicious mockery.
I deal you psychic damage, dwarf.
That's how scathing my rebukes are. So he has a tankard of sobriety?
Yes, he does.
Well, that kind of ruins the point of it. And it's not even fancy.
But it is a common magic item.
Yeah,
But it is at half of your budget.
Yeah, but that's like 50 gold of magic. I was really hoping for more like 80 gold of material wealth and like a 20 gold of magic. Like the ability to turn the stuff in there to different colors.
Or like, like a cuckoo clock animated thing on the outside of the mug.
Yeah,
Or
like
perpetually cold.
I'm looking for a fancy mug. I mean, this is nice, but it's not fancy. That's also magic.
That's what I have here, of course.
Well, I'll go somewhere else then.
You're not sure exactly where further to look at this point. But
Tell me about your competition.
you can consider
Every store that I find.
No, the luck check says that was the last place, and that was the tankard.
I know of an enchanter.
You can come up
but
with
she's
something
busy.
else. You're teaching, you're playing,
And I'm learning.
you're learning.
So,
Did you think of anything else? We rounded the circle. Did you think of anything?
No, just trying to find a magic tankard besides these enchanting shops.
I'm just going to keep looking. It's a big city.
Greatest detective method?
Yes, magic tankards! Magic tankards! Looking for magic tankards!
Yeah,
You heard there was an Arcanist guild somewhere in town.
either that or you could just start
Yeah,
going
but they
into bars.
probably make one.
Mm-hmm.
We need passive luck checks now.
Technically, you have that.
Oh, okay.
I can make any check passive if I need to, and that one's easiest because there's no associated skill.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
9s.
Just trying to think if you would recall having seen anyone who had enchanted tankards.
I saw people with tankards. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with an enchanted one, or explicitly enchanted.
Okay.
Just because it's not a thing now doesn't mean it's not a thing.
I figured if I was going to have magic cups, it's going to be dwarves.
You just took my sentence backwards. Okay.
Huh?
He took the meaning of my sentence in reverse. He took the negative as I had implied the positive.
Basically, that one dude's tankard was enchanted and we just didn't notice. You'll find another swing party, see if they know where enchanted tankards are.
Well, I asked him. He said I could get one from anywhere.
Said you could get a fancy tankard from anywhere, not an enchanted one.
Well, that's true.
And you have found a number of places that can do fancy tankards.
Well, let's go find Marcus/George.
Yeah.
Or Frank, whoever he's going by nowadays.
Hey there, Steve.
What's up, Bill?
Well, he seems pretty consistent when he's hanging out with his friends here. You're assuming at some point that they it's basically like a rooftop gala party. That if you pay a whole lot of attention to, random people aren't supposed to just wander into the area.
Oh.
But you were really lucky when you found here, and after that point, everyone had seen you around, so they assumed that you
belong here. Look how fancy he's dressed. He obviously belongs.
Yeah, no, it's eventually just like, oh, he's supposed to be here.
Are you still waiting on your hat, or do you have?
No, I have my hat. And Clink has clothes too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you. I just forgot.
But yeah, you sort of find as you arrive today, there is a little bit more of a concerned conversation going around at the table that Marchus is sitting at.
Oh dear, I hope it's something, trifling.
Do you hope it's not small?
I hope it's a big
I think trifling is a word I can use there.
No, I think trifling is a small thing. It's a trifling matter.
You mean I hope it's not a catastrophe?
I mean, I understand that it was in slang for a while.
Yeah, it is unimportant or trivial.
I hope it is something trifling. Or, I don't know, you like adventure, maybe you met that. I hope it's nothing trifling.
It's like, oh dear, I hope it's something trifling. What? Awful boring.
Otherwise, it'd be a waste of my time and talents.
Well, dear Marcus, what are you up to these days?
You saw him last night.
These days, maybe today.
In the morning. Yes. Totally has a nice new tankard with him.
He steals them.
An excellent inn.
Oh,
Thank you for the recommendation.
Of course,
It was very nice.
Yes, I have friends in town. It's always what I recommend. They seem to take care of people nicely. Although today we did wake up to some terrible news. Of course,
Gas prices.
Rangrim here, who of course runs up one of our largest and most successful mining operations for the city.
Just an
Of course,
outgrowth of roast monsters.
Has had one of his employees who had been out working in some of the mines. Apparently, was found dead at the doorstep of his home this morning. Quite troubling.
That's not normal. I've been
A
in
few
some
of the
cities.
yeah, a few of the people kind of like, no, not at all, not at all.
Well, I am an adventuring sort, industrious and capable in combat and exploration. If you have need of my skills, you need only ask.
Ah,
I have
Good to
to have
know.
given you business cards at some time.
But why would I advertise myself as a member of a group when I am clearly
You
special?
wouldn't. You would advertise yourself as, I own
Well,
a
I don't
adventuring
know.
company. This is my lead
Sting
group.
has the police.
Ah, yes, of course. Erich and the strong arms.
No, what is you would bill yourself
They were
as, of course,
handmade
the
cards
leader.
anyways. You could literally just add yourself to the top of it.
Oh yeah, just put it real pretty there.
Or you just put Erich CEO.
Have Clink do it. She's good at forgery.
Too bad she's not here.
Hey man, if you can retroactively give me business cards, I can retroactively dock
No,
them.
no,
I think he literally gave business cards to everyone.
If they're not on my sheet, I either threw them away.
Okay.
Because I had 50. I gave 25 to the group and passed out 15 yesterday.
Well, somebody else has them, because I certainly don't.
I don't. Ryan?
Yep, 25.
Hey, I give these to the group. Ryan. Yep.
Ryan just absorbs group things.
That's why I marked on party funds.
Yeah. Well, yes, we'd use some help figuring out what's caused it, and sort of the dwarf kind of speaks up. And of course, where to advance business beyond there, as we can't let such a negative thing slow us down.
Have they thought of doing the minor mine model?
I don't know.
Hire for revenge? Oh, no. Do a bunch of small mines. Okay. I forgot about that part. It's in the name, I know, but I forgot about it.
Your mind cope is to say, just get revenge at any cost possible. The cost being 2,000 gold.
Clearly, it's because of how successful their business model really is.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just because of the area.
Not enough dwarfs over there.
So they don't want to hire me? Or give me a mission?
Of course it is. Yeah, no, they're very interested in working with you on what expertise do you have? How can we...
Well, my personal expertise is the, swashbuckling monster slaying variety. But I have compatriots who specialize in other matters. Investigations, interrogations.
Standing in front of things.
That sort.
Of course, could be very useful. I know, things have gone through in the guard, and they have a couple of suspects that they are pursuing this morning.
Yep, tracking down fleeing suspects. Definitely something we could be proficient at.
Wonderful.
It's one of us. I saw that stupid look on your face.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? No, we had a couple of individuals poking around at really variety of the mining companies and trying to get, apparently, looking for some of the secrets that my company has utilized for generations for procuring the fine metals we use. Asking around about that, and quite suspicious on the eve before such a travesty.
It wasn't too long ago. Some of mine were interested in such things, and I told them as much. Dwarves are not quick to part with such secrets. It's pointless to ask.
Of course. Very astute.
It's gonna be real embarrassing for
human?
you socially.
Ish.
No, he's got this.
Half elf.
Oh, of course.
I figure you want that sort of thing. You need to spend at least a century or two getting to know the dwarf.
Oh, it's very kind.
Be adopted into their family.
I mean, at
And
least,
at least
at the
save
minimum.
one grandchild.
At the minimum.
Yeah. Have you... how much dealing with dwarves have you done?
Just a little hiss of that. I intervened in a squabble between two princes over a kingdom once. It wasn't anything major, though.
Well, of course. It happens. It happens. No, I mean... Our own king, of course, squabbled with his own brother.
As they do.
Yes. We now have one king.
There always is only one.
And it's
king.
like, you knew the end of that story. Yes. One of the brothers killed the other one.
No, that's the joke. You'd already heard this story.
There were two, now there's one.
Squabbling over.
As it goes.
But yes, of course, if they can help with, any interrogation, getting the information we need, tracking this down at least well enough to close the matter so we can, get people back out there. We need new innovations, and I have some ideas. Some great ideas. Of course, adventuring, the caverns, of course.
Yeah, we wanted to that. But
Yes.
yeah, we do that.
Or perhaps at some point, I'm sure I can let you in. It'll take a day or so as this rolls over, but in a couple of days, if you're still around, perhaps you come meet us here. We'll set it aside, and we can go over some of the ideas for some of the future business prospects, if you wouldn't mind. Just an outsider's point of view. Of course, I have my employees, but you see the type they are.
Yeah, I see. And I have some experience as an advisor in these sort of matters.
Now, do you ask about the tankard?
Well, I'm thinking about it. It was like, it doesn't seem like them. Then again, no time like the present. Handle that, get some information out. What's he want me to do? Go and get everyone, bring them here? You want me to take the information and go investigate independently?
He's kind of open with we are needing this investigated.
Take care of it.
Basically, I need this handled.
Take care of it, and I'll give you work.
How about you give me, who you're looking for, the suspects, and the person who got murdered and where?
Okay, well, all of that can be handled here with the guard, or of course, if you have trouble finding a guard where, everyone at the gate has been notified.
We have an inn at the gate.
Yeah.
No, the best part is he goes, I have someone who is perfect for this. Give it to Ryan. Go talk to the guards about this.
Not if anything of you me. Well, in a personal note, I spent my morning shopping around. I really was feeling like I'm lacking a good personal tankard of my own.
Of course. I believe I said you can find a nice artistic piece in many of the smith shops. Have you found that one?
And I found quite a few, but I was looking for perhaps something a little, maybe with a splash of magic, maybe some animation or some other small.
Marchus kind of beats up. Just what you need. How about you find yourself the tankard of style you like. You bring it by here. You come by to talk to him in a couple of days. We'll have it all magicked up for you.
Wow, that's fantastic. Much appreciated, March. I'll leave.
Yeah.
I'll leave.
What
Hit
do
them
you
all
do
good
first?
day.
Do you?
Hit them all good day.
Yeah.
I go shopping for a tankard. Of course. Obviously.
What are you looking for?
Now you're back at the same smith shops that you walked through previously.
Well, now I'm looking for like a.
To be fair, when he went through there beforehand, they were very much of the, yes, we can build something worth being made magic. I don't cast the spells.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah.
Now that I've got access to somebody in magic, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get myself something like I feel like 100 gold might be too ostentatious.
Made of solid platinum.
Just solid platinum encrusted with gems. Nah, I'm looking for something artistic. Let's go with like a 40 gold tankard.
Okay.
No, go the other way. Less artistic, more adamantium. Just a nice cup you could beat someone to death with.
Electrum.
Sometimes the DMs get mad at you when you make all of your
that's a good
all of
point.
your
Like,
plates of adamantium.
it's like I want like 100 gold
Like,
tankard,
we
but I'm
care.
not interested
Those
in
are
that
useful.
gold.
They really
gems.
were.
That stuff is fragile.
Much
I want
as crap as I got for
workmanship
doing it.
and durability
It's so
and function.
Yeah, they were
Something
useful.
that people look at and go, yes, that is a drinking cup.
So
You want
throw
something
the
that's
adamantium-
Standard tankard, 2 copper. You're looking to spend 40 gold.
Or so. Maybe more. I mean, 40 gold seems pretty okay to me.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Get some really
5
fine
times,
filigrane.
25 times. I don't know the 5 to 25. 125 times.
Yeah, put some. I like that solid adamantine tankard with some really nice scroll work on there, possibly some dyes. Just that full on German
Yeah. What kind of style are you looking to have?
Is it going to be full of spiders? Or traveling men?
Full of
Yes.
spiders.
Perfect
way to word that.
That's the magic. Just spills out spiders. It just spills out spiders.
Just 3 times a day,
Stymie
can summon a
stone.
swarm of spiders.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Well, that's not the magic we're handling right now. You're not deciding that, and almost certainly no. If you open it once, beer. If you open it twice, spiders.
I imagine the mage just be like, no, I'm not going to touch that magic spell with a 10-foot pole.
It's an attunement item. If you're not attuned to it, spiders.
There we go.
Don't touch my beer.
Can I have a drink? If you want. Oh my god, what are you drinking?
Pure
Spiders.
protein.
Pure protein.
Just grab it. It's good.
Pours back in a beer with a few ice cubes in there, so when you take a sip, start crunching it up.
Do you put ice in beer?
No, you don't.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like I don't drink, but I did not think that was
It
something
was
you did.
purely for the joke.
Okay, I was sure.
I was like, that's what I'm thinking of. Baroque. In the Baroque style, just absolutely crazy, ostentatious.
But what imagery do you want?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like, what are dwarves into? Like slaying monsters,
Nah.
dragons and stuff.
Just
slaying dragons.
Just start telling the guy a story and he'll engrave it onto the.
Yeah.
You could technically do that.
Then I do so. I tell him the story about my receiving a sword from Lady in the Lake and using it to slay 16 dragons. There was actually 18 dragons, but 2 of them died of fright.
Alright.
He kind of pauses and thinks for a moment. Okay. Sort of, just sort of, with a stick of, charcoal and, a bit of a sort of rough stone surface. He's sort of drawing some basic things. So I have the sword here. And he sort of shows very rough bits. What would be your ability to even understand that?
Charisma to appreciate art.
Nope.
Insight?
Insight, yeah, insight works.
+0, 13.
There are definitely lots of dragons' heads around the outside front. There's some sort of lake around the bottom and a sword being gone. And you're pretty sure that he's putting actually you somewhere within the art of the body.
I'm just going to trust
It's
that's
sort of a rough sketch of you.
I'm just going to trust that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good, yes. I say
Best
with
part
the
is-
full confidence of my noble bearing that, yes, this is amazing art.
Yes.
The best part is that that's the, as far as his art skill goes, just stick figures. This is a rough idea. I thought you said it was a rough idea. It was. That was on stone. This is on a mug.
All right, so you've done that.
What medal did he get?
It's probably going to be mixed, but certainly probably an adamantine, at least base for, he mentioned the stability he's wanting, and he's paying a significant cost more than that.
Yeah, it's like, I want this nice.
Also now.
Well, when he gets around to it. But yes, preferably
I
now.
think it's 125 times 40 times the price of a standard mug.
Why?
Because it's 2 copper, up to gold is 125 times.
So why are we multiplying?
Because they go in groups of 10, so it would be 5 times as a
But no, but why? To what purpose is the multiplication happening?
He is just trying to figure out how much different what the actual cost is versus the mug. No real reason.
It's
He's
a lot.
just
It's very different.
It's a
There's
lot.
no need for an equation.
Yeah, it's a lot. Come on, get off the exponents, David.
Yeah! Exponents! It's a 5
We
exponent!
don't need formulas.
Yeah, but
not the
it's
same.
so
A
much
lot.
more expensive!
It's more expensive. That's all we need.
Nick, we are videotaping ourselves having a terrible time doing simple addition, and you're over there throwing a formula out. I would drown you in a fryer.
You're one of the ones having trouble with addition.
Yeah.
Yes, you sort of work out with that. You're having some great time, and they're sort of joking with some things. And at a certain point, you have realized that a lot of these are, general workers. You do actually have a bit of a historian amongst the group, and and he'll sort of asking questions that you probably the intelligence that that most people don't care about. Just as far as where things from the language, how did you come across, where did that? What was the etymology of that?
His name is Simon Whistler.
I give brief explanations.
Yeah. But otherwise, you also know that there are 2 active war generals.
Alright. Yeah, I inform people using whatever vocabulary they're most interested in.
Yeah, maybe a 16.
2,000 times.
What?
More
Nobody
expensive.
cares.
The sad part is, if you go back and watch that, of how long it took me to get there.
Because you've been working on it since I first said the original cost.
I don't suppose you have a little graphic that's, the old school time hourglass? You
No.
could just have it over his face.
None. No, don't have it. You're right.
Do you not have it, or do you not want to do it?
Both those things.
Both. I don't have it, and I don't want to do it.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
Can you just individually freeze
You're
Nick
probably
like he's a
right.
broken computer?
Because that's 2,000% of 2 is 40. So that discounts the fact that it starts at a copper. Which suppose you off by like a factor or so.
Maybe it's 20,000. No, it'd be 2 zeros. So,
200?
yeah, 200,000. Because, it'd be 2 copper is
2,000.
50.
Did you
How
just do it with a
many
calculator?
copper is
Yeah,
it?
2,000.
2,000 mugs.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. It was like, how many copper go in? How much money is he spending in copper? Divide by 2. I don't know why you had to make this difficult.
Why wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm. I want the other way. I want multiplication to get to there versus the intelligent division.
So the pair of you working together for that. Probably before anything happens, you've earned about a gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
Put a gold on Clint's sheet.
She can have some gold.
Before a guard kind of walks up and is sort of, as far as you know, just sort of watching you play. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Would you mind coming with me? I have some questions for you regarding your activities last night.
Okay.
Just casually walk with you. Does Quink follow?
Well, that's up to her.
Does Quink follow?
She's not going to stay out there alone.
Okay, so Quink will follow behind, but otherwise he'll kind of lead you, and he is leading you
To the guardhouse?
pretty much straight down towards the direction you went when you needed to go to the major cell. So you have a ways of a walk.
Okay.
But as long as you walk in a casual, he doesn't try and... He had a bit of a confused look, but he's sort of... You are continuing with Smith training, and they're starting to get the idea of what you know, and they're starting to train you a lot more on the actual smithing work rather than the managing of the system work. You know, actually getting, you're actually getting hammer in hand, and
Hammer time.
You are correct. It is in fact hammer time.
I mean, that was the obvious thing.
Yeah, and I appreciate that you realized it, and I didn't. Thank you. It is hammer time. Yes. So you've set them to work on your mind. It's like, probably at least tomorrow.
Alright, I'll check back in.
Oh, can I ask before the guard has me go? Can I write a note?
You may.
Yes. Gone to guardhouse. They want to talk to me about last night. Be back soon. Back in Flint's door.
Yep.
Does the guard not know that a guard lives there?
He doesn't much care.
I mean, that's what wood doors are for, right? That's why you don't use stone, so you can use it as a posting board.
I mean, ultimately at this point, he's not even having to do anything to pin it. There's just a sheet that's now loosely there with a bunch of notes back and forth on it. So he's just adding to a note, and yeah, whatever. If that means you will go calmly, he is perfectly fine with that.
Well, when I go back to Flint's, I check the note. Is it a note I can read?
It's uncommon.
Yes, I can read common. Where is the guardhouse?
You're not sure?
I asked the guards. Like the ones in that gate right there.
Yeah, you just go. We have a guardhouse here. There's a number of them throughout the city.
Oh, well, I'm looking for this information. I was told to go visit a guardhouse to get the intel on the suspects.
So then you basically show Flint the note from his door with
Not
new
his
stuff out
door, the stuff I got from March.
March. Oh, yeah. As far as that... Oh, yes. We had a couple of individuals. And unfortunately, it sounds like I believe a pair of the people that you came into the city with, they've been barred as suspects in what at this point appears to be a murder.
Well, I would love to offer my assistance in getting the bottom of that. I'd be loath to find out I've been traveling with murderers.
Oh. Of course.
I'm a man of substance and standing. I would never stoop to such things myself.
Very kind.
No, you pay for people to do that for you.
Obviously.
Spare the life of the bandit.
I remember that.
Unlimited power!
He was a bad person.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, it's like I gained GERD points for killing him.
For a bit there, he made an alright zombie.
Yeah. He got lightning breath.
And then just continuously firebolted.
Yeah. Green slots hate zombies.
It's the only thing he thought he could take down before he went down. Ha ha!
Got him.
I've wasted your time.
Well, have they found my 2 compatriots yet?
We haven't heard anything. They haven't tried leaving the city.
Well, I can probably find them fast enough.
Of course. Any questioning will be done at the courts, the far end of the city, within the royal homes.
So, what about the deceased, the person who got murdered?
Oh, of course. If you have anything in need with that, and he'll sort of.
Yeah, I want to know who it was, where they were. So I can go over there and go, yep, that's a dead body.
Exactly.
Good thing you called me. What do you think did it? Ghosts.
I don't think any of us are trying to heal, are we?
Heal isn't a thing. Medicine's a thing.
Medicine.
I don't have that either.
It's a wisdom skill.
Not our group's best stat, yeah.
I got +0.
+2.
2.
Nice.
I'm half trained at it, so I can at least make assumptions.
Or
You can all make assumptions.
or you can go be healed
Smack!
from over there.
That's the best thing about being people is you get to make assumptions.
So what would that leave? Ryan is the only person who's not going to prison?
Yeah.
Yet?
Ryan will be going to prison too.
Oh my, that is actually covering up the rest. And now he already has. Because he was the first one.
Yeah.
He started the game there, remember?
That's true.
Hey,
Can we make the
I'm
first
being
making a second
questioned.
trip?
I'm being questioned. I haven't been thrown in. I feel I can talk my way out of this with, sound logic and stuff.
Oh, that's not how prison works.
They want scapegoats. Yes, I realize.
You can get into prison with logic.
But yeah, he has, of course. The deceased is Dwarf.
You can
often,
avoid prison with logic. You can't get out of prison with logic.
at the Steel Guard House.
Depends on what you got prepared.
Alunt Borough is heading up that part of the investigation.
And where is that?
You can find that down the street, about, let's say, 1/8 of a mile.
Where's the church?
A bit further. It's at the halfway point between here and the.
And where's the Arcanist Guild?
It's right at the very end by the. King's
So,
Court.
same way.
You are at one end of the city. Everything of real importance that is designed for people to come to is along one street.
Well, I have
Yes.
that way. Looking for a dark gnome and a Goliath.
He will identify which of your two friends are being suspect. It is not.
Those
know
are
it's
the
not
ones
found.
that are most likely to be found.
Okay.
Those are the ones I'm going to have the easiest time finding. It's like, who am I going to look for? The Goliath, the gnome, and the bird. I'm not going to look for the random human.
There aren't a whole lot of humans in the city.
Yeah, but I bet there's less birds.
And even less
That is
Goliaths.
And probably less Goliaths.
Yes.
But Ryan's shorter than the rest of them. He would be lost in the crowd easier. I'd still at least poke up above most of the dwarves.
Yeah, but that just means that I can find you.
Yes. And you said who's the easiest to find?
Yeah, it's the bird.
But yeah, so you start making your way down. Heading down, the first thing you come to is the Steel Guard House.
Yeah. So this is where they said the guy died?
No, they said this is where
Oh, the guy handling the
where
investigations?
Olund Borough would be.
Well, I go ahead and knock on that door.
Of course, and you'll have sort of from the looks you've seen and dwarves you've interacted with over the last day and a half, you find what looks like a manicured to the point of like a proud dwarf. Like that dwarf store kind of thing. Yes, I know. Hello?
Oh, good sir. I'm looking for what that guy's name was.
Information regarding Dwarric.
Nah, not dwarf. The guy handling the investigation.
Oh, asking for Oland.
Yeah, asking for Oland.
Oh, yes.
With regards to that current matter.
Of course, I handle many matters.
Well, the current one with Doric, the man who died.
Oh, yes, that's the one I'm working on right now.
I handle many matters. That's the most pressing one.
That's the one we're doing right now. Yes, I'm a acquaintance of Marchus, and he put me on this case, as I have some experience in these matters.
Rangrim was who you'd actually met, who worked at the company. But
Who?
Rangrim.
Who's Rangrim?
Rangrim Hammerstone was the individual who woke up with his employee dead at the bar. You talked to both of them quite a bit this morning.
Yeah.
They had very similar accents, I noticed, after I talked for both of them, and I was like, oh well.
I'm sure it won't
So
go
you
back
have no
to
idea
back.
which one you were talking to unless you're in my eye.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, those two, and they put me on this. As I'm a bit of an industrious sort. I've done this sort of thing before.
Oh, really?
And I also understand that apparently some of the suspects are individuals I've been traveling with. The horror.
Oh, yes. Then you could be very useful. I know, from what I heard, one of them has been taken in for questioning, and we are still looking for the...
Do you know which one?
No, we're still in search for the deep gnome.
No. Well, I know of 2 places he's likely to be.
Very good, very good. Did you want to set to find him first, or to examine the body?
I should probably find him first before he travels off somewhere else.
Of course. The guards
Well, within
noted
the
to not let
city.
him. Yes, of course. While we have that here, and of course any guard you find who can take him in for questioning as needed. Once you have located him, we much appreciate it. If you do need to investigate the body, well, I'll let you see if you notice what I did.
He's dead.
Yeah,
Best
so
investigator.
just get the magnifying glass. Yep, no life.
Wakes up a day later. What do you mean, no life? I was simply paralyzed.
Yeah, travel. What was next? The church was next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stop by the church.
Yeah.
Ask around about a Goliath.
The first thing, you would actually probably see as you enter ceremony hall, some anvils being worked on in the back with big old forges. There's Kalidan.
Oh, look.
Taking some hammer time.
Have you seen the
And what?
Henwick?
I think Hedwig's around here somewhere, isn't he?
Do I see Henwick?
You do not.
Does anybody else here have seen a deep gnome?
Just best investigation.
Have you seen a dead gnome?
Best investigation ever.
I'm very good at this because I fear no social consequence.
Yeah, so you just outwardly just start shouting that around.
You see the deep gnome? See the deep gnome?
Elderly women sort of walk up. Yes, I believe he's helping with instructing on gnomish language.
Oh, well, can you tell me where he is?
Of course, if you need to that. I don't
That's
believe I've met you.
I'm Erich.
Oh no, nice to meet you as well.
That's
There are
Kalidan.
few dwarves, a few non-dwarves that walk around with my face. Very kind. Let me know if you need anything.
Oh God, she's talking to me.
Yep. Sorry, are you busy on your phone?
I'm Candy Crushing it. I thought it was Eric's turn.
You're both there! Let me know if you need anything else.
You found the Saint Mother.
No, the best part is that she looked at me and I'm just sitting there like, king.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's like, that's just you, kind of dot. But yeah, she'll lead you down sort of a hallway and to a room. She sort of knocks and opens the door. We have someone looking for you.
Oh, what's up, Eric?
You're under arrest.
You're under suspicion of murder.
Oh, really? Who did I kill?
You notice, you notice from that, everyone except the old lady seems kind of...
I mean, I'm pretty sure you didn't do it. Because it happened last night.
Time of death?
Last night.
Oh, okay. Do we know the cause of death?
Murder.
He's dead.
All right, show me.
I came to you because, I don't know these things.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Cause of death? Murder.
That's not a cause. That doesn't tell me how he died.
By murder.
Yes, that's what I thought. I was like, yeah, so they think you might have done it, but you also happen to be the expert on the matter, so...
All right, let's get going.
Apparently they already picked up Jimmy. He was also a suspect.
Well, Jimmy might be able to talk his way out of it, but who knows?
I have friends in high places.
All right, let's go.
But, sort of as you leave, she walks in to sort of
Thank you.
yeah, explain things to those that just had part of a language class.
Yeah.
It's fucking you! With me!
Sorry, it's
No,
Jim
it's
Hadley is
way
wanted
weirder
for
than that.
murder.
And you walk in and stick your head in the door like, hey, you're wanted for murder. You want to come and check it out? Yeah, let's go do that.
Well, let's go do that. Way more interesting. Let's go back to a guardhouse.
Okay, just nearest one, or are you trying to get
I'll
back?
go back to the one.
Heading back towards Steel. You may make. Let's go with stealth.
I'm not being sneaky. I'm wearing glowing purple shoes.
That going purple shoes is perfectly fine.
Plus dex 6.
6. And you?
I wasn't planning on making one.
Okay. Are you wanting to get back to see the body first?
Well,
I think
I don't
everyone
think
would go to
Eric
the
knows
guardhouse.
where the body is.
He doesn't. They have to go back to the guardhouse.
Yeah, I don't think Eric knows where the
I'm
body
pretty
is.
sure it's the steel.
Yeah,
place,
Steel Guardhouse.
because that's where he said I can look at it. So I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah.
It's like I can make one. I wouldn't. Do I need to?
If you want to get back there without a guard on the street noticing and taking you in the other direction, then yeah.
16.
Why? Oh, some gnome thing.
Yep. No
Okay.
thing.
16? Yeah, you between the two, you managed to, because you're less trying to hide, it's fine for them to see you. You managed to be more out there,
Yeah.
as opposed to...
As we're
beside-
able to sneaks around his body. It's like, oh, there's a
It's
guard.
Literally, are you hiding between his legs, like behind him, or
Just
in natural stone environment?
Yeah, it's natural
Okay.
stone environment, and I can use his cape as a dodge.
Yeah, you managed to sort
I
of,
figured I
at
could
the
just
very
tell
least, get
guards,
back.
No, we're going to the steel guardhouse.
To be fair, when he let you know where he would need to go, it was to the king's court. So,
Well, that's for like the trial.
yeah. But yeah, you get back to Olund.
Yep. Orange. I found my deep known friend.
Howdy.
Yes, perhaps we should take you up to the
Well,
courts.
he's an expert in investigations and
Yeah.
dead bodies.
Could I?
Oh, really? He is an expert in dead bodies.
Could
That is
Could I get some
absolutely true.
details on the case as far as what?
Well, really, we were hoping to get some details from you.
All right, sure. What do you need?
When did you meet him?
When did I murder the? I haven't actually murdered anyone.
How?
Recently.
No, I can't even think of a time.
That's true. We murdered the man.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
He lets you get him.
even.
Heck, I don't think he's ever got a kill. I mean, the shield golem did.
Yeah, and I may have potentially killed the cloaker with a firebolt. Maybe. But for the most part, I don't deal damage.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. And then he sort of calls someone off the street here, basically getting an extra set of eyes in and sort of letting you in. You were wanting to
It's just another
investigate
victim.
the body.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted him because it's not really my area of expertise. I wasn't sure if you wanted to let him investigate the body or clear him of his...
Yeah, do you know what the time of death and the murder weapon was?
The matter, as far as I can see, is
Slipped on grease. You totally did it.
no obvious sign of what weapon could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
How do you know that he was murdered then?
well, we know he was found dead outside of
His house.
Ragram's home.
Okay. So what do we know about the death?
Unnatural causes.
How do you know they were unnatural?
Are you familiar with anatomy?
Yeah, you would be, Mr. Necromancer.
And he's like,
Do you have medicine trained?
No, I'm not medically. And he's like, I'm familiar with anatomy in certain ways, but not with like medicine.
Well, perhaps you've got a brain in your head. I believe at some point so did you.
Okay. I start flipping through my lore book.
As you literally sit cross-legged on the floor and pull a book out.
Jesus, you're acting like Sherlock.
And he's like,
You're not supposed to be so excited about the death, but it's interesting.
Wasn't it the squid face things we were told about?
Yeah, and he's like, we did have their mind extracting, so he was attacked by an aberration. Fascinating. Or at least potentially that's what was going on. I mean, I start flipping through my book. And it's like, it could have been done by something else, but I'm betting aberrations considering where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, were we told that's what illithids did?
You have almost no information on illithids. Other than general physical description and a name, you know basically none of what they do. With his aberration information, he knows a lot. He's found some things about...
The feeding
aboleth,
habits?
about the beholders, about some of the other things. Very limited information on the actual mind players.
Whatever. Given that we had sort of the runic stuff that was done in the area with the slotty, I tried to conjure up based off descriptions that I have as well as stuff that I've seen, and I tried to create an image of what I think a mind flayer looks like, and I'd show it to this guy, and I'm like, something in this vein is what I'm thinking might...
I do believe if anything like that were to walk up to the gates of our city, we would notice.
You might not. Some of these things have mind powers that might be able to deceive or trick you guys into not seeing it, even if it was right in front of you.
Of course, we have a variety of guards posted at the city gate, each with different arcane skills.
That would certainly help in being able to detect one trying to infiltrate.
So, cause of death is lack of brain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well. I have no ability to do that, but...
Yes, we had no idea who would, but you were one with at least suspicious motive.
Well,
any further details we can go over.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what exactly is going on with these brain-sucking aberrations that have taken a dwarf from us.
Yeah. And he'll kind of lead you...
Don't worry, I'll speak on your behalf. We're old friends. We've known each other for many years. You wouldn't do something like this. I've been through this dance before.
Yeah, this man's my character witness.
Yes.
He's a character
and
acting like a witness.
Says the man who earlier says, I never lie.
I don't. We are old friends.
Mm-hmm.
As in, they're both, over 50 or something.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that old.
No.
I'm old.
But, do you accompany him down to...
Like 50.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, we'll clear his name so we can get started on this investigation proper.
But, it's mid to late in the day as you make your way back there. At which point, things are checked in pretty simply. And as he kind of goes through information with the gods there, they find that, of course, we have already taken in Jimmy, who was the human along with him. He is awaiting in self-low trial. Looks like we have something scheduled for the morning.
Hey, free bed.
Yeah. You two both get a free bed. Once you arrive there, they kind of basically explained, you're wanted for murder. We have motive with some of the information you had yesterday. We have things set up for trial. You are taken to a cell. Whereas when you arrive there, you also find Quink awkwardly standing in the front hall of this court.
Just standing.
And she'll kind of go over with you.
Well, I'm
Her butler tales.
I'm basically good if they didn't pick a particular time. I've got too many witnesses that saw me last night.
Yeah, you literally were walking up and down the streets, but you literally made yourself noticeable.
Yep.
You went out of your way to be known.
Hey man, necromancy is all about plausible deniability. We talked to give up bodies. I've been seen by 6 different people at exactly these times. I didn't dig up no bodies.
They have trunks for possessions, which will be locked, and you find yourself in an anti-magic holding cell.
Neat.
Yes, of course, if you wanted to be a character witness, I'll be here bright and early tomorrow morning.
Okay. I would like to vindicate them completely, but I hadn't seen them all night.
Would they use the expression bright and early?
Probably not. You are absolutely right. They almost certainly would not use that expression.
They probably said like first spell.
It might. A dwarven civilization might. Difference between, for example, them and the Drow City is probably half of the people here have probably lived and been to the surface, or at least portions. So there's a possibility that would have caught on from some of that, because there are also surface dwarven civilizations. So it's sort of an option with them. But yeah, there's a good chance they would. Yeah.
Is Jimmy in the cell over there, or am I?
You are close enough. You can talk, but you know that a guard would overhear what you say if you choose to do
Is
so.
his cell also anti-magic?
Yes.
Jimmy.
Just start screaming, why'd you do it?
Jimmy.
Hmm?
This is taking up the day.
I had things to do.
Meh. I was just... No, I'm just going with meh.
You probably could have earned another gold in the rest of that day.
That I gave to Clink.
Yep.
So really, you're costing Clink money.
Yes. But...
Really, you left Quink for probably about an hour, just really awkward and scared, in the front of the courthouse.
Yeah, it'll be fine here. It's where all the guards hang out.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do nothing
Well,
I wanted.
shoot, I've got nothing to do for the rest of the day. I'll go back to my inn. I have money, and I didn't even. I only spent 4. I'm only going to spend like 40 gold of it. I can totally bop another 2.
Yep. So
Much money.
we'll get through the rest of the day. You can relax in some luxurious accommodations. They will provide, as you're there earlier, they will provide a dinner. And otherwise, you just spend your day learning both how to smith and just about a bit of the dwarven culture here, which you do find a lot more ingrained than directly working. With a dwarf in a drow city has a lot different mindset than dwarves surrounded by dwarves. You get a very different sort of approach of both sort of the point of view that they know is common and sort of their mindset of, you're probably never going to, be, you would never be a successful smith here. But training with us, you can be the most successful smith somewhere else.
Oh, so they're super arrogant.
It's just sort of a mindset of you're not likely to have a dwarf buy from you in this city. It's just sort of part of the culture. But they're like, we are perfectly fine to teach you, greater skills. Just with the idea of if you have a heart to learn this, we'll take the time to teach you.
It's kind of funny. The only reason I'm learning it is because I'm capable of doing it. And I'm pretty sure my job as a guard ain't going to fly no more, but with me threatening to kill the entire council.
It's a very good point.
That's how they know you're trustworthy.
There's no one in the town who could really stop me from being the mayor.
Nope.
Not at 8th level, no.
No, you had what was there? There was a 2nd level caster in town.
Yep. And everybody's the low man on the totem pole after that.
Yep.
To be the big fish in a small pond.
So
all
think
I
about
ever
it,
wanted.
man. You're a little late now. Just keep adventuring. Reach like level 18 and then just become king.
I don't want to be king.
It is a hassle. I would tell you to avoid lakes.
Some watery tarts always trying to give away cutlery.
Yeah, they just can't wait to force kingdoms on you. It's obnoxious.
Put Camelot into this planet.
If only for himself, yes. He's been offered kingdoms from ladies and lakes before.
Yeah, it happens, man. Ladies and lakes.
The thing is, he
they're everywhere.
sticks to the same stories. Part of me's pretty convinced a lot of his stories are true.
Yeah, exactly. They are true. They totally happen. Just like that exiled god in that one city.
Yeah, why not? But otherwise, I'm assuming you just take another night in. Basically, you stay here to continue to work.
Yes.
And you're back at your inn. You guys have your cell.
Is there solo work I can do so that I can work through dinner time until they force me to stop?
There's nothing really solo work, but you notice as they provide food here, it's nothing of the best quality, but it's things that are designed that can be made in large quantities.
It's not the slug food.
You know. I mean, there may be some within there, but it's larger stews and things that have a lot of things that can help it spread.
I look down into it. Grab one of the urchins. 5 gold. Go buy it. Stuff. No, I just give it to the lady.
The urchin just takes 5 gold and leaves.
No, I find the old woman, just look at the stew and hand it to her. Go back to what I was doing, not saying a word.
She gives you a kind smile.
Which I
But
didn't
no,
see
as far as through dinner, there are people to continue working through dinner. It's not really until they're basically stopping for the evening to keep the place quiet.
Once everyone's stopping, I start cleaning.
Fine with that here.
Good. The old lady got mad.
Yes. Otherwise, we'll end as y'all are going to bed, and you probably want some experience. Bless you.
That's a good point.
Let's go with 500? 1,000, 5,000. Is that what you
That's
want?
fine. I have
No,
it.
it's not.
5,000 then, okay.
Wait, 5,000, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
4-3?
Yep. 4-3.
I was looking at 4-2.
Oh, don't do that. That's wrong.
And you can join us next time for more.